What's up, guys? It's Sam, the Get It Done Girl. On this channel, I teach you how to make money online using the skills you have while doing the things you love. I also explore tech and tools to help you become more productive and efficient at what you do. If you're new here, welcome. If you have been a supporter since my very first upload, thank you, thank you, thank you for your continued support. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a word search puzzle in PowerPoint using free software. To create my puzzles, I will be using the word search generator UWP. Now you can find this app on the Microsoft Store if you're using Windows. Sadly, it's not available for Mac. This generator is straightforward to use, it is easy, and overall a free tool you can make money from. However, you will be unable to alternate or change fonts or font sizes. You cannot change the grid lines, and you won't be able to change the direction of the puzzles or how things will appear on the screen. You will, however, be able to generate simple puzzles that people can solve using this software. Now, let's head over to PowerPoint and get the ball rolling. The first thing I'm going to do is to adjust the size of my slide. And I'm going to do this by accessing the Design tab, select Slide Size, Custom Slide Size, and this is the screen you will see. For my puzzle, I will be using 8.5 by 11. This is a typical size people often sell on Amazon KDP. I'm also going to adjust the grids on my page by using the View tab and selecting or enabling the ruler, grid lines, and guides. To set the guides or grid lines, I'm going to right click and hit the grid and guides option. My grids will be set to 0.5. As you can see, it is already pre-populated. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit enter. Now I'm going to adjust these on the page for simple accessibility. And my horizontal lines. Now this is it. So on this screen, it simply means that my word search puzzle, including the words, will be added inside the margin that is outlined here on my slide. Now, what I'm going to do is to head on over to Excel, and I'm going to do that because I want to show you the words I will be using for my puzzle. Now, I have been collecting these words for the longest while. So this is what I'm going to use to generate my puzzles. And for this demonstration, I will be creating 3 simple puzzles just for you to see. For this puzzle, I will have 20 words per puzzles. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this, and I'm going to head on over to my puzzle generator. This is what it looks like. So on the left, there's the word list. On the right, there's the option for you to enter the width and the height of the puzzle. I'm going to be using a typical 15 by 15 for this word search puzzle. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is to add my words. And what I've noticed about this puzzle is that for separate words, you will need to join them together, because if you don't remove the space, you will get an error. Let's do that and see what happens. Let's regenerate puzzle. Well, the puzzle is there, but if you should look for bony fish, you will see what I'm talking about. Let's try to locate bony fish on my puzzle. Bony fish, where are you? Right, it is right here. But if you realize you're only given the word bony to find. They did not add fish to the mix. So what I'm going to do is to remove the space and then hit regenerate puzzle. The puzzle has some possibly offensive words. Just go ahead and click this out. And I'm going to try to locate bony fish. Bony fish. Here it is right here. Now, oftentimes when you get the error about offensive words, in most cases it is because of a space or a character. So sometimes what you can do is to go back to the words used in this puzzle box and look to see if they have added all the words. If not, you can just go ahead and regenerate the puzzle again. So for my word search puzzle, there should be 20 words. What I'm going to do is to count to see if all the words have been added to my puzzle. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 20 words have been added to the puzzle. So what I'm going to do is to save as image. And as you can see on the screen, this is the solutions page. After saving this, I'm going to access the puzzles without the solutions. So let's save our image. I'm going to save this as puzzle 1 and I'm going to save it on my desktop for simple access. So puzzle 1. Now what I'm going to do is to hit the show puzzle option, and this is what your users or people will be using to solve or find the words on the page. So I'm going to save this as puzzle 1 empty, just to differentiate between the solution page and the blank page that will be used for finding the words. So I'm going to say that again. Now what I'm going to do is to head back to Excel, and I'm also going to add some more words so that I can create all 3 puzzles. Now, as you can see, this took a while to generate. So let's close it and let's look at the answers to see if everything has been added. Now, in some cases, it might give you an error stating that they were unable to place all of the words. And this is because the words entered in the word list might have been more than 15 characters. So let's count one of the words to see if this is definitely the case. I'm going to count the words in Northern Hemisphere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And so this is 18 words. So when this happens, all you have to do is to change the width and the height of the puzzle. So let's change this from 15 by 15 to 20 by 20, or you could simply leave it at 20 by 15. 20 by 15. And I'm going to regenerate the puzzles again. And again, you're given the possibly offensive words. I usually ignore that and head straight to my words used in puzzle section to count if all my words have been added. So always do that to ensure there's not a missing word. Now what I'm going to do is to save my solution page, and this is going to be puzzle 2, and I'm going to hit enter. And I'm going to head up to this circle and I'm going to check it to ensure I can save the words that will be used, the puzzle that will be used to discover the word. So this is puzzle 2, and it's also empty. Let's create my third puzzle. Again, I'm going to remove the spaces. And I'm also going to regenerate puzzle again. Show answers. And as usual, always count to ensure all the words were used in the puzzle. I'm going to go ahead and save this to puzzle 3. Hit save. And I'm going to check this box and save my word discovery puzzle. Puzzle 3, empty. And there you have it, guys, all my puzzles. Now what I'm going to do is to go back to PowerPoint, and I'm going to start creating this puzzle. So what I'm going to do next is to start adding my puzzles to my screen. So I'm going to head over to the Insert tab, Pictures, this device, and I'm going to locate the very first puzzle I created, and this is puzzle 1, empty. You will need to resize this. So what I'm going to do is to press the control feature on my keyboard and drag in. This is what it looks like. Or what you can do is to use the design ideas on the right, but in most cases it's best to just resize how you see fit. Now, as is, this looks pretty blank. So what I'm going to do is to add a border around this puzzle. This is totally dependent on you. If it's fine this way, leave it as is. But I'm going to add a border to my puzzle because I think it looks more organized and attractive. So I'm going to right click, Format Picture, and I'm going to choose Solid Line. And I'm going to ensure it's set to black. I'm also going to increase the width to 2 points. And there it is. So the next step is to add my words. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get them from my Excel file. To Goldfish. And I'm going to head back to PowerPoint. I'm going to insert a text box. And I'm going to add my words, like this. I'm going to increase the size so I have an idea as to what I am working with. What I'm going to do is to remove some of the words. Oops, let me go again. I'm using the copy and paste feature. Copy and paste. Copy is Control plus C and paste is Control plus V. for this to work, you will need to decrease the size of the fonts. This is set to 20. All right, so my puzzle is coming together. Now what I'm going to do is to remove the background from the word list that was carried over from Excel when I copied the files. So what I'm going to do is to highlight, and I'm going to go to table design. But because I want to do everything at once, I'm just going to use the shift option to copy, to select everything at once. Sorry. Seems I'm going to have to do this individually. All right, let's go again. So I'm going to highlight this one, and I'm going to select the table design option. And I'm going to scroll up and choose this option. So as you can see, my background has been removed, and I'm going to do that for all my word list. There you have it. I'm also going to change the alignment. So I'm going to select everything and locate the shape format tab. And I'm going to select the align feature and distribute everything horizontally. So this is what it looks like on the screen. So what I'm going to do is I am going to copy and paste or duplicate this slide, and then I'm going to get to working on my second puzzle. So now that my page has been duplicated, I'm going to get started on the second word search. So what I'm going to do is to right click this puzzle, and I'm going to right click on this puzzle, and I'm going to select the change picture option, and I'm just going to locate my other image, which is puzzle 2. And as you can see, it changes and it looks different, and this is because the initial word search was a 15 by 15 grid, and this one was changed to 20 by 20 to make sure that all the words could be added properly. You could always try to drag, but you have to be mindful of how it will appear on the screen after stretching. So as is, I don't think I will be using it dragged. So what I'm going to do is to undo, and I'm going to leave it as is, because we'll also need to ensure that there is enough space to add the name of the puzzle at the very top. After we've added all the puzzles, I'm going to go back and I'm going to make the needed changes. So what I'm going to do is to work on my word list. And this time I'm going to copy each word by 5. So the first 5 words, I'm going to head over to PowerPoint, and I'm going to add to this section. I'm going to add the other 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. Let's do that again. Head back over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Head to PowerPoint. Paste. And my last 5 words. Alright, so previously we had changed the size of the font to 20. So I'm going to go ahead and do just that, 20. Seems as if I have too many words here. Oh no, that's okay. 20 and 20. Alright, so what I'm going to have to do is to drag the box around this text a bit to ensure that I can get all the words aligning forward. So what I'm going to do is to highlight everything, and then I'm going to go to shape format and I'm going to distribute it horizontally. Hold on, let's try to fix something here. Since I have a lot more space, what I could do is to add this below and make 2 columns instead of 4. Oops, let's undo. So I'm just going to align them to the left. Temperate climate. Alrighty, this is getting to where I want it. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is to duplicate another slide, and I'm going to add my third puzzle. There it is. And now I'm going to go back and gather my words. I'm going to change the size. 20. I'm going to drag this out to ensure that all the words are clear. And I'm going to align this. So there you have it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start adding my solutions page. I'm going to duplicate 2 slides. I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to add a text box, and I'm going to add solutions across the page. And you can always add images on your slide to ensure that your puzzle looks attractive. But I'm just creating something bland because this is just for demonstration purposes. I'm not concerned about you jazzing up the slides. I'm only concerned about showing you how to really create the word search puzzle. So let's add our solutions. And I'm going to add the first solution, which is puzzle 1. And I'm going to remove this from the slide. You could always resize this since it will be the only thing that's on the page. And I'm going to duplicate it 3 times, 3 slides. I'm going to change the picture. Puzzle 2 has been added, very good. And I'm going to change this one to puzzle 3. There it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the first puzzle and I'm going to realign everything on the page just so that I will have enough space to insert a text box. And I'm going to name this puzzle because we are going to need to be able to identify it so that the solutions can be easily found. So this is puzzle 1, and I'm going to change the size of the font. Oops, I'm sorry. What happened just now? Sorry about that. Let me start again. Let's change the font to 66. And it's centered. I'm going to Control C, and I'm going to copy this to paste puzzle 3. You could always adjust the size of the font. This could be a smaller font to ensure it looks better. But as I said, this is just to demonstrate. So I'm just going through it. And this is going to be solution 1. So your customer will know that this solution is for puzzle number 1. I'm going to copy and paste solution 2, solution 3. There you have it. Now, to ensure that this is in a printable format, what you're going to need to do next is to convert it to a PDF. But before that, let's remove our grids to ensure that it's looking okay on the screen. There it is. Puzzle number 1. Let's stretch this. All right, that's okay. Puzzle number 2. And puzzle number 3. And just to add, if you're publishing for Amazon KDP, you will need to ensure that the margins are aligned properly. So depending on how many puzzles you will be creating, you will need to adjust the margins to ensure that it does not reveal any errors when you upload it to KDP's dashboard. So what I'm going to do now is to go to File, and I'm going to export this as a PDF document. All right, so the file has been converted. I'm going to go to my desktop and I'm going to open the file. I'm going to zoom out, and this is what it looks like. A simple puzzle generated from a free tool. Remember, you can always adjust the font as you see fit, and if you want to align the words differently on the page, you could go ahead and do that. But this is just to demonstrate how you can go about creating your puzzles. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if you've learned anything from it, please subscribe to my channel. Share this video if you do believe someone else could benefit from it, and do leave a nice comment telling me how you enjoyed this presentation or how I can improve. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.